They're coming tantalisingly close. I've got six. I knew it was only a matter of time. Well, we found our first otter, and I'm very excited at the prospect. So the guy in the hat is here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Good morning from an absolutely beautiful Isle of Lewis. We've had probably one of the best park ups we've ever stayed in, ever, when we've owned motorhomes, camper vans in the past, and dinky-doo this time. This has to be, without doubt, the most spectacular park up ever. We're right next to a tiny little lock, and in there is a pair of red-throated divers, which I've spent all morning and all evening trying to get a photograph of, but I can't get anywhere near them. They're typical divers. They always seem to know where you are, and they just very gently just move off into a different area. And I don't want to disturb them, so I've kept my distance. I actually think they've just moved round the corner. I'm going to move just out of the wind a little bit. So today is the day. We are off to meet Rob Howard, who is a local guide. He lives on the island, and he's going to show us some of the wonderful locations that the Isle of Lewis has to offer. And what I recommend, and I've said this countless times before, when you come to a new location, the first time we went to the Isle of Mull, we went out with a guide. They just know the island so much better than you could ever achieve through your own research. And getting out with them, and they get to show you these places, they're places that you can revisit time and time again. And what I would also say is, it's sometimes not worthwhile just doing it once. You know, you come back another year and things have moved around, things have located in different areas, new nest sites have been set up. So it's always worth checking back in with guides. They do an absolutely fabulous job, and they spend a lot of time scouting the island, and they know the ins and outs of everything that's here. So we're going to go out with Rob today. I'm certain that it's going to be an absolutely fabulous day. I'll put a link to his Instagram at the bottom here, and he's got some insane photographs of eagles, both whitetail and golden. So I'm certain we're probably going to get in touch with some of these species, and then it's down to me to be able to get the photographs. So come along for the journey and see what I see. So we've arrived at the meetup, and Rob is here waiting for us to say hello. So I'm going to introduce you to Rob.
Hi Dan.
Pleased to meet you.
And you, how you doing?
He's a big fella, isn't he? I mean, I'm 6'2", and this guy's making me look small. So he's a big fella.
In every way.
So Rob's met us here. He's just give us a bit of a rundown of the island and some of the things that we're gonna see today. Do you want to just talk us through kind of what you think the tour will include today?
Yeah, well, I'm hoping today we should see golden eagles, sea eagles, hen harrier, merlin, otter, hopefully. Red deer should be on the cards, red and black-throated divers, so yeah, and anything else in between really, all the little birds like wheaties are still about, stone chats.
Now that just sounds incredible, doesn't it? Absolutely incredible. And as I've said previously at the start of this video, getting yourself a guide when you come to a new area is invaluable. They know the island inside out, and they can show you places that you would never dream of looking. So it's always worthwhile getting a guide and having a look.
Right, yeah. So the first part of the day, the whole tour is in the park district, as it's known here. The first part of the day, we'll go down to the little fishing villages here and have a look, see what we can find. And then about halfway through, we'll come back here for a comfort break. We can take our lunch into the cafe and have lunch if the weather's a bit dodgy. If not, if it's nice, we can go to a picnic site just up the road that's good for golden eagles. And then after lunch, those big hills in the distance, Ishkin, we'll have a drive in there.
Fabulous.
See what we can find.
Wonderful, wonderful. Look forward to it. So just to put into perspective what we've just witnessed, we saw a buzzard come down and grab a young rabbit. Jen didn't like that bit one bit at all. It took the rabbit off onto a little mound, and it held the rabbit on the mound while it dispatched it. And then some blackback gulls came into the area, and the buzzard was mantling over the top of the rabbit just to protect it. At that point, we've had a white-tailed eagle coming over the top. We've moved just a little bit, I would say 50 yards just around the corner from where we were, and we've just seen a golden eagle, which I've got on video, and then the golden eagle's tucked and stooped down below the ridgeline.
Literally be back in the shop and sort of, well, it does depend what we show.
I know what it's like going out with him. Just have a quick wild wing.
Oh, Dan, look, it's
I'm watching it, I'm watching it.
See what I mean? Little stoops.
Yeah.
If it throws up now, no, it's just gone. Look at that.
Oh. And then we've got a pair of white-tailed eagles just off to our right that we're displaying together. It has been non-stop, absolutely non-stop. I don't even know what to say to that. What would you even say to that? That is so much in such a short space of time. It's just incredible, absolutely incredible. If you come to Lewis and you want to see the best of this island, then you definitely need to get out with Rob. He just knows all the best places. It's been an absolutely epic morning. And we've still got the afternoon to go. Right, Rob, so quick question. One of the things that I struggled yesterday was to be able to distinguish between a whitetail and a goldie when they're in flight. So how do you distinguish between the two?
So wing shape really is the thing. That the sea eagle will have really broad, sort of straight fronted wings. They're very top heavy with a big beak, big bill.
Yeah.
You know? Obviously, if they turn into the sunlight, you can see the distinctive white tail.
Yeah.
But the goldies are more sort of slender winged, and from the body out to the wingtip, they have like a gentle S curve, whereas the seagull is completely straight. I mean,
right.
At times at distance, and if they're not turning and if they're straight, it can be tricky. But they are the sort of things that you would be sort of like the distinguishing features, just to identify between the two. So
it's very much that wing shape that you're looking for.
Yeah, they say a flying barn door.
Yeah, because they're quite rectangle, aren't they?
Well, to me, it's more like a scaffold part. If you think you know, straight edge and then sort of a straight bottom, and obviously really distinct primaries on the end of the wing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wing shape and the seagulls, when they fly, are almost sort of like they look front heavy. They've got quite a short tail. Yeah. And the big beak is sort of prominent at the front to give that sort of, you know, that front heavy look compared to a goldie.
Fabulous. Well, there you go. I was struggling yesterday, and that makes perfect sense. So I'm going to look back over some of the images that I got yesterday and work out which one's which, and I'll pop them up on the screen now for you to see. So we've just pulled over on the side of the road, and what we've got is a juvenile buzzard. He's absolutely beautiful. He's a really quite pale morph buzzard, and he's been calling like mad to what I assume must be the adult further up. He was initially sat just on the edge of this little bit of a cutting into the side of the hillside. You can probably hear him calling, with some beautiful flowering heather just behind it, and now he's just moved up onto the post, and he's on the post. Now Rob's probably getting not quite as good a photographs as me because he's shooting Canon.
Mine will be in focus.
But you know, he does his best. refueled, had some beautiful chocolate cake at the Ravens Point. Is it Ravens Point or
Ravens Point?
Ravens Point Cafe. Is a museum in there of the local area. Definitely worth having a look. And Jen had a scone. I had, or a scone, depending on where you come from in the UK. I had a piece of chocolate cake. It was absolutely beautiful. And we're now off for the second part of the tour. And we're off to a different valley this time. And we'll see what that brings us. Exciting times ahead, so stay with us and let's see what we see. Round the corner and straight onto a golden eagle. I mean, how incredible is that? I've definitely got a little bit of video, but I got the video right at the end because I was aiming for the stills and it came really close. You know, I was shooting at 400, engaged the teleconverter, and then I had to disengage the teleconverter because it came so close. So I got some really nice in-flight shots. Obviously, it's against the blue and white sky. You can see the rings on its legs. Absolutely incredible. That's the closest I've ever come to a wild golden eagle. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. 10 minutes of the afternoon tour, golden eagle, and now we've got a male hen harrier. Now, I don't believe that there is anything finer on the planet than a male hen harrier. They are the most beautiful bird, the most beautiful bird of prey, the most beautiful bird on the planet. They're nicknamed the ghost of the moors because they're just this really pale, they're a pale grey colour and they're just exquisite. I've got some very, very quick video footage. I mean, it came across the front of the car and then it's flown across, but wow, just to see them is an absolute privilege. Incredible. I'm going to use that word a lot today, incredible. And we are back where we started, at the Ravens Point Visitor Centre. What can I say about a day out with Rob Howard? Absolutely first class. It was breathtaking from start to finish. And the knowledge that Rob has got of the area is just second to none. He knows perch points where he expects eagles to be. He says, get your camera ready as we turn around this corner and you might get to see one of the Isle of Lewis's famous black rabbits. Boom, it was there. We've seen everything. We've seen, it's exceeded expectations. And his knowledge of the birds is absolutely wonderful. But more incredible than that is he's an incredible photographer in his own right. His photographs are absolutely stunning, and he's got photographs in the Ravens Point Visitor Centre on the wall as big canvases. Beautiful photographs of golden eagles and white-tailed eagles. He's only more than happy to help you if you need any support with your photography. He'll help you with settings. You know, he'll talk you through all of those things if you want him to do so. So if you're somebody that, you know, is thinking of coming to the Isle of Lewis and you want to do some photography but you're not quite sure, get out with Rob. He'll tell you everything that you need to know. I go back to the original point of the video. The original point of the video was to say that it's so important to get guides when you come to new areas. We have seen more today than we would have seen had we not had a guide. He's shown us places that were just off the beaten track and places that you wouldn't visit. And it's meant that we've been in touch with some incredible wildlife. And I've been as close, the closest I've ever been to a golden eagle today in the wild, bar none. It has been absolutely breathtaking. And then to boot, he's an absolute gentleman. He's a really nice guy. I can say that now he's gone. I won't embarrass him, but a really, really nice guy. And a fabulous day. 6 hours has gone like that. In the blink of an eye, 6 hours has passed. It's been absolutely incredible. It's that word again, incredible. So, Rob's got an Instagram page. I'll put that at the description at the bottom and in the description of the video. He's also got a YouTube channel, so I'll put that on the screen in the description at the bottom. And you know, go check him out. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. I think he's only got 50 subscribers. Subscribe to his YouTube channel. Get on his Instagram account, like his pictures, follow him. You know, he definitely deserves the recognition. So you probably thought, hey up, Dan's just ended the video very suddenly then. And the reason for that was, as I was doing the final piece to camera, Rob was on the phone ringing to say, Dan, come round the corner quick. There's a white-tailed eagle perched right close to the road. So we jumped in the car and I drove like crazy to get to this point, saw Rob, he waved us down, we pulled into place. And as I pulled into place, it took flight and it flew from the side of the road. So unfortunately, although we did see it perched on the side of the road, and that was one of the aims of today, was to try and get some perch shots of white-tailed eagles, because I don't have many perch shots of white-tailed seagulls. But it is a reason for returning, and the Isle of Lewis and Harris has definitely not disappointed, and it is certainly a place that I will be returning to. So if you've liked this video, please consider giving it a like. If you've not yet subscribed, why not? Give it a subscribe. Costs you nothing, does wonders for my channel. What it does by you clicking that subscribe button is it pushes my video to other people who've subscribed to similar videos to the videos that you've subscribed to. And so the algorithms support that, so a subscription is really, really important. And as I say, it costs you absolutely nothing, but it does do absolute wonders for the channel. So please, please, over half of the people who watch this video haven't subscribed. If you're one of those, consider just clicking that subscribe button, please. If you've not yet bought us a coffee and you've enjoyed the video and you'd like to show that a little bit of appreciation, if you click on the link below, it'll take you to the Buy Me a Coffee webpage. You know, a coffee costs £2, and you can choose to buy me one coffee or more than one coffee if you so wish. Many thank yous to those people who go out of their way to do that on a weekly basis. So thank you very much if you've bought me a coffee in the past. And if you're going to buy me one this time, thanks in advance, I really appreciate it. From the beautiful Isle of Lewis, and from the wonderful, wonderful white-tailed eagles and golden eagles that we've seen today, of which there have been many. Until next time. Oh, next time will be a further follow-on from this, because we're on our tour of Scotland. So we're off to explore the rest of the island tomorrow. Then we've got a ferry over to the mainland, to Ullapool. And from Ullapool, we're going to drive across to Channery Point, where we're hopefully going to photograph the dolphins. Then we're moving our way down to Mull, and so we've got Mull to come. And then we've got a new location, the Isle of Arran. So if you want to see those, definitely click that subscribe button, because you won't miss them then. So until next time, ta-ra!